Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Jungle Book surely made its way through generations and is loved by everyone. No matter what age group you belong to, almost every one of you must have heard of the man cub Mowgli and characters like Sher Khan and Balu. So here we are bringing you the fascinating history of the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book is a collection of stories by the English author Rudyard Kipling and were first published in magazines in 1894. Rudyard Kipling was born in India and spent the first 6 years of his childhood there. After about 10 years in England, he went back to India and worked there for about 6.5 years. These stories were written when Kipling lived in Naulakha, the home he built in Dummerstone, Vermont in the United States. There is evidence that Kipling wrote the collection of stories for his daughter, Josephine, who died from pneumonia in 1899 at the age of 6. A first edition of the book with a handwritten note by the author to his young daughter was also discovered in 2010. Critics such as Harry Ricketts have observed that Kipling returns repeatedly to the theme of the abandoned and fostered child, recalling his own childhood feelings of abandonment. In his view, the enemy Sher Khan represents the bitter would-be foster parent, who Mowgli in the end outwits and destroys, just as Kipling as a boy had to face the tortures of Mrs. Holloway, who was his foster parent. The tales in the book, which includes 5 further stories about Mowgli, are fables, using animals in a human-like manner to teach moral lessons. The verses of the Law of the Jungle, for example, lay down rules for the safety of individuals, families, and communities. Kipling lived in India as a child, and most of the stories are evidently set there, though it is not entirely clear where. Many of the characters in the book are named simply for the Hindi names of their species. For example, Balu is an adaptation of the Hindi word bhalu, meaning bear. The history of the Jungle Book in itself is motivating, interesting, and sometimes heartbreaking, and maybe that is why it has so many layers in it. So which character is your favorite from the Jungle Book? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to never miss an update from us.